Well, hello. How are we all doing this week? There's a lot of energy. Our fields are expanding. Our field is, for most, it goes between 8 and 12 meters, and it's expanding for those at 12 to 16, and for those at around 8 to around 12, and like us, around 12 to 16. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. It's connecting us more to our higher self, so there's more of ourselves. With the energy of the paradigm changing and the structure changing and the hologram changing, matrix universe, whatever you want to call it, with this energy coming in, this interstellar energy that we talked about last week, you're going to be feeling those ripples coming in. You'll be feeling those moments where you think, whoa, I need to just stop, or I just need to change things around a bit, change things up a bit. I've been channeling every morning. There's been a lot of information coming in. This morning was no exception with us doing the Venus weather report, so I'll get my glasses on. Oh, excuse me. It's my harp, because we're all being restringed and retuned by our higher selves. This is not something happening to us. This is our co-creation, and we're remembering this. So let's get started. Okay, here we go. Oh, and just remember that on the dragon'seyehub.com, we update the Venus weather report on there every Friday. So if this isn't your first language, English, you can change the language in the language bar. So if you just subscribe below, that way you'll get the alerts of when it comes onto Dragon's Eye Hub, as well as me talking here. All the team are here. There's a lot of energy coming through. It's been very fun energy, very uplifting energy where you want to play, where you want to go beyond and shuffle things around and connect and then stand back. There's a lot of toing and froing. So we're being asked to listen to ourselves, listen to our hearts. What do we really, really want to do? So now I'll get my glasses on and we'll get started. Okay, here we go. So what a week. Can you feel the ripple now and again through the day of the energy asking us to be still for seconds? As we feel this ripple beyond space and time, our fields are expanding. And what does this mean? As our higher self is coming in with more room to maneuver in these physical, emotional, mental bodies, our light bodies at the back, we talked of Hygeia last week. Yes, hydration, drink lots of water, plenty of, you might be changing your vitamins around a bit, they're just expressing to me. So yes, 10 centimeters behind the back, very active, very, very, very active, and it came up again today, so we'll talk more about that. So yes, as our field's expanding, our higher mind, our higher self, our soul, whatever you want to call it, everyone has different verbiage. But there's more coming in to your field, there's more access. So if you care for your energy more and your bodies and the people around you, can you feel that compassion around you? Can you feel wanting to smile at a stranger, feed a bird? But it is the call to water this week. Water is very, very active, very, very strong. We are 70% water, or maybe a bit more, depending on who we are. And we have a portal day this week on the 11th of the 11th. And I was asked to express this by water. So we're going to Alit Laban, to the water there. And I'm going to take my frequency wave. And anybody who wants to come will be there at 11 a.m. in the morning, 11. But what does a portal day mean? A portal day is when there's lots of energy available. And now there's lots of energy as we are, but there's even more so on these days. So it's a really nice thing to do. Just take an hour out, just to sit, meditate, or go for a walk, however you connect. But you will find on all portal days, which are 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, you get the picture, and on, up to 12, 12. So 11, 11 is a big one this year with water. So that being said, we'll carry on. As our fields are expanding, are we giving to ourselves? What do we need this week? What do we need every day? What do we need every hour? Where are you? How are you sleeping? Can you change that around? You know, like, really listen to yourself. Don't second guess it. Listen. Because this energy is highly nutritional. We're being asked to drink from the air. This energy is from you. It's sovereign energy, and it's expressing to you what you wanted at this time. So really, really listen. It's not a time to listen to others. It's a time to listen to yourself, and then go out and see how you feel. And this is the way we're going forward. As we move towards the portal day of 11/11, just before, on the 9th of November, Mercury goes retrograde at 8:10, 2010, which is Central European time here in Europe. And at the end of the month, Mercury is our conscious mind, and it goes direct 2 days after Saturn goes direct. That's our dragon, it's our creator maker. It creates a container. It's our container maker. And so that's why there's a lot of energy going on right now, because when Saturn goes direct, we are off. We are creating our containers. So this is why there's a lot of push and pull. You know, our harp has gone direct. So now, you know, you may feel, well, what they were expressing to me, many are being restringed. So you might hear different frequencies in your voice, especially if you're a singer or you're a narrator, or you work as I do with frequency, and often light language comes through. So just go with the flow and and hear these different frequencies coming through. And if it's not being restringed, it's definitely being retuned. So there might be a lot of coughs, there might be a lot of clearing and things like this. Lots of water will help, but just know that that is going on. As we are accelerating beyond space and time, as energy beyond space and time is creating with us, we are being asked to integrate this pioneering energy on all levels. So give yourself that space. You know, be cozy. Enjoy the food that you enjoy. Do whatever you feel to integrate. Look to your south node. Look to your comfort zones. And how often, you know, for me, when I finish work or after a big meditation, I need just to stop, maybe go outside, you know, be in the fresh air if you're able, depending on the weather. Right now, today is really sunny, and we've been outside with the pigeons and Frankie, our cat. But being outside will really help. Also, laying down. For me, sometimes, especially in the evening, laying down and putting a film on so I just don't think, and I can just feel the energy coming in. So whatever it is that is your comfort zone, allow it. You know, this is not a time of, I mean, every morning we all, or in the evening, whoever we are and whatever we do, we have our ways. You know, I do with my energy. It's not saying forget all of that, but it's asking you to bring in your comfort zone, asking you to stop when you feel tired, asking you to reach out to somebody if you feel that they need something. But remember your boundaries, because right now your boundaries are sovereign, because you need what you need. So this is a time for you to say yes and no from the heart, what you need. So that was being expressed at this moment, because there's a lot going on with our physiology, with our nervous system, on the physical side, our energetics. So there is an awful lot going on. So that being said, the team asked me to create a golden ratio chart. Now the golden ratio chart normally is given when there's an event, such as an eclipse, such as a new moon, full moon, you know, if it's needed. So I was asked to create this golden ratio chart, and I asked where from, and they said from the comet Atlas. And I was like, okay, so how do I do that on a chart? And suddenly all this information came in. And so on every level we are all expanding, and it's really good fun. I don't know about you, but I really feel this energy. It gives you a bit of a high, but just remember to give yourself, I've given myself this space and time so I can really play with it. And water, I mean, me and my friend the other day, we'd been to this big cave. It was amazing. Lots to tell about that, but afterwards we went in the sea. Yes, it was cold, but boy, it was refreshing. And afterwards I felt real ripples coming in because the body needed it. And so, yeah, water is very, very high this minute. And I know at the moment I'm speaking, I have got it all typed out so I don't get, it's very easy to go off point because there's so much going on. So let's go back to the golden ratio chart. And the golden ratio chart from the event, so from the comet, brings up two other points of conversation or energy, and the two frequencies with the two-word meaning. You know, we always give these two-word meanings with Venus. Well, we've got 78 meanings around the zodiac. So this is how we get this information. This is what we channeled in 2021. So these 2 points are tools for us to work with. These are collective tools because this is collective energy. And interestingly enough, no surprise for me, the two tools that came in, one was Source Dragon on 111 on 333. So 111 on the 333, Source Dragon and Flow. And this energy will enable flow and expansion. So there's a lot of stuff coming in that we might be a bit resistant to. It may be coming in through a different energetic, you know, that you're not used to, or you just may feel change coming on. This Source Dragon will enable you to flow. So if you just say, I invoke the 111 on the 333, I invoke the Source Dragon and Flow. If you're able, play 111. Just go to the frequency directory on dragonseyeHub.com, press 111 and just sit in that energy and see what happens when you invoke. Look to see if you've got 111 on the 333 for those of you who've got body charts, body grids. Look to see where that energy is working within your light anatomy. So there's something there for everybody. And the other point, interestingly enough, because I did smile when I saw this after the messages of water, 396 on the 666, communication, working with the harmonic translator, which is Venus, and the message for that degree was messenger of water and opening. So yeah, so that's working with communication and Venus. So if you're not quite sure, something's coming, whoosh, but you want it to expand and open, work with the Source Dragon and Flow. If you want a little bit more to come in to aid you, if it's just one word, or you feel into that one word but you're not quite sure, then I invoke the 396 on the 666. I invoke the messenger of water and opening, and play 396. If you're able, again, go to dragonseyeHub.com to the frequency directory, press and play, and just see what comes in. Maybe if you go for a walk and you want to sit on a mountain, you've got your earbuds, you've got your phone. If you haven't got any electrics or you don't like electronic music, just invoke it. You know, there is something there for everybody. And which is why on the portal day, 11/11, we're asked to be near water to connect and communicate with the water within as well as within our reality. So sometimes when we're by water, the codes coming from the water, we're breathing in it through the air, we're drinking from the air, and these codes go within our bodies, within our energy. So breathe in through the nose and blow out through the mouth. Be by water and just see what comes in. It's going to be beautiful. Venus is very activational in the air energy this week. You know, we talked about breathing in, drinking from the air, because this is going to send coding through us, and it helps us with our conscious mind being on the left-hand side of the body. So on the 7th of November, Venus is at 741 on the 888, the Royal U and Strength, working with the portal of Gaia. On the 8th of November, Venus is on 741 on the 999, working with willing release and growth, working with remembrance. On the 9th, so when you're working with remembrance, turquoise is a really good stone. And also, if I've got a little bit, I normally have a little bit around, which is Palo Santo. and rub it. Pretend this is Palo Santo. No, I thought I did have a piece. And just rub it between your hands and smell. I'll do that again next week with a piece of Palo Santo. I'm normally surrounded by it. No, it's not in there. So yeah, just rub it in your hands and smell, not burning it. And this activates the 999 within your field of remembrance, as does turquoise. So they're two really good tools, especially on the 8th of November, working with Venus. On the 9th of November, 741 on the 222, a grand symphony and initiation, working through a Lemurian portal. November the 10th, 741 on the 333, the call of the muse and movement. This is working with expansion. The 11th of the 11th, 741 on the 444, no surprise, working with the magnetics of the earth because we're working with the water element. And this is coming in on the rods of abundance and disruption, working, as I said, with the magnetics of the earth, a portal day, asked to go by water and connect for the highest good and the highest good of all, harm to none. On the 12th of November, 741 on the 555, time machine and protection. This is evolutionary energy, and there is nothing to be said with that because it's evolutionary. And on the 13th of November, next Thursday, Venus is on 741 on the 666, seeing beyond and breakthrough, working with the harmonic translator energy again, and 741 on the 777 because she moves between 2 degrees that day. 741 on the 777, and this is expressing to us it is what it is, opening, and that's very activational. Now Mars is working within the water, so that's all within air, so it's activational energy where Venus is. Mars is on 852 on the 999. It's our whole right side. Venus is our whole left side, our arms, our legs. Mars is our whole right side, our arms and our legs, our feet, our hands. And it's enabling us through these times because Mars has gone into that watery depth of the unconscious, and it's working again on the 999, turquoise and Palo Santo. Rub it in between your hands and smell. Pretend this is Palo Santo. He's within the water energy of incubation at this time, pushing through, enabling us to remember. So we've got Venus very activational with the communication with the harmonic translator energy, and if we take a step back, enabling that energy to come in. Mars is pushing through the subconscious to allow this to come up, and it works beautifully with Mercury going retrograde on the 9th, giving our conscious mind that space and time, because when a planet goes retrograde, it slows down. So it slows that energetic down. So our conscious mind, which works with Mercury, is slowing down. So we can really incorporate it into our systems. That's what Mercury retrograde is all about. And this is till the end of the month, like we said earlier on. And when Saturn goes direct, Mercury goes direct 2 days later, so it's a very interesting time. So with that being said, with Mercury going direct, slowing us down, wanting us to connect, Mercury's on 852 on the 555, also within the watery depths of the unconscious with Mars. So there's going to be a lot coming up, so give yourself some space if you need that energy, depending on what's coming up. Mercury's working right now on the evolutionary degree, so there could be some evolutionary things coming up, or you may be evolving something that's been hanging around in your conscious mind, and you kind of think, do you know what? I'm going to concentrate on that over this moment and see what it expands into and becomes. You might be surprised. As I said, slowing us down, wanting us to connect so we can take in and create with this paradigm and bring in what we require and desire. So that's what Mercury retrograde's about. It's about bringing it into our conscious mind so we can create with it, whatever it is. So just remember, there's a lot going on this week. Give yourself space and time, and if it's a no, it's a no. You know, be good to yourself. And with that being said, we give you so much love, and we shall see you next week. Remember to subscribe and share it with your friends if something resonates with you. We're very organic here, so what you see is what you get, because this is the way of the Council of Three, and the Andromedans right now rebalancing. So, that being said, I keep saying that being said, I keep saying a lot of things over and over and over again, because it's coming in and then my conscious mind is coming in with it. So with this transmission from our hearts, we bid you good day, have a good week, be kind and be beautiful. And remember, the written part of this is put on dragon'seyehub.com for those who English isn't their first language. And now I am truly going. So have a good week. Take care.